New at 5, a bill filed in the State House aims to protect the rights of patients going through treatment in Oklahoma hospitals.
Fox 23's Devin Lyon learned it's all inspired by one family's extremely difficult circumstances going through the hospital system.
There's so many things wrong with the system. And, we need something in state law that requires hospitals to follow.
Gerald Brand from Oklahoma City is working with state lawmakers on a bill named after his wife. It's called the Lori Brand Patients' Bill of Rights. The bill filed at the State House aims to establish a legal standard for all patients' rights that hospitals must follow. He says it started when his wife was hospitalized right before the COVID-19 shutdown in 2020.
That's when things started falling apart because she couldn't communicate with us on the phone. The doctors wasn't communicating. The nurses wouldn't communicate right. I mean, I could go on for hours about all the stuff that went on.
Gerald was married to Lori for 40 years before she died in 2020 to a rare autoimmune disease. He says they experienced difficulty after difficulty as far as practice, treatment, and access to medical records.
It was relapsing polychondritis. She never had COVID at any point in time at all when she was in the hospital, at home, or anything. It's a very rare disease, and when things start happening, it can get very deadly very fast. And they just did not take into consideration that she had it. They took her off her autoimmune medicine. They thought she had cirrhosis of the liver. They never did a biopsy until the last 2 or 3 days of her life and determined it wasn't that. The last 3 days really didn't know what really went on. We couldn't get good information. They wouldn't let us in. The last 3 days, we didn't get to see her. They finally called and said, you got to come make some kind of decision. And that was the hardest decision I have ever had to make.
He says the pandemic shed light on an issue in the system, one that this bill aims to fix. The bill filed last year made it out of the House, but was never heard by the state Senate.
I start something, I don't give up. I'm passionate about it, out of respect for my wife. If I start something, I don't give up.
Now that bill will begin its course next legislative session, which starts in early February. Its first step will be passing out of a state House committee. Covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
The Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, or CMS, requires hospitals to inform patients of their rights before or when beginning or ending treatment. Brand argues that is only a federal guideline and state statutes need to be made as well.